All right, time to close out the week here. It's Friday, October 23rd. J.R. Lewis with you on KLAM and KCDV, or those of you joining us on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Cordova TV. Time for our final daily briefing of the week. Been a fairly generic week and a fairly brief and chipper update with the city manager. That's who we're going to visit with, Helen Howarth. As our dashboard goes from a peak 2 weeks ago of 14 active cases down to only 4 of those remaining. So we'll get her take on that and maybe an update on the cash card, how that's going and what to expect. We come to you at 1, 5, and 8 on the radio. Uploads to youtube.com/Cordova TV as soon as possible. So let's see what's going on here. So, Your Managerness, when we spoke 2 weeks ago, things were not fun, and now they're looking quite a bit better. What is your assessment of the condition of the things?
I am so happy to report and very pleased with the response of our community that we flattened the curve. We did not have community spread. We had tree clusters, if you will, and we are no longer worried about it. We haven't had a case for over a week, so yeah.
All right, so people responded. Those in those clusters, sounds like did what they needed to do to help not have things be worse. The community
Right.
at large protected itself, so pretty good news. So what are you thinking,
Absolutely.
as we close out the week and head into another weekend? I mean, what have we learned?
What we learned is that when we're cautious and we're careful and we follow the protocols that are recommended, we stay safe. We have no cases. When we let our guard down and have parties or connect with folks that we haven't seen for a while, we move outside of our bubble, we start having cases. So if everyone just keeps it up, there's statewide spread. Many communities in our state are seeing high case counts, and we want to avoid that. So keep it up is all I can say. Keep it up, Cordova. Keep it up.
Boy, it's interesting. Yesterday's daily count showed that Chivac, which only has, I think, about just a little over 1,000 people, so they're only half the size of us, and they had the
Right.
most cases in the state, even more than Anchorage yesterday at
Right.
50 some.
And way more than we've ever had. But so it just shows that, even in communities where everyone knows each other, if one person has it and they congregate with others, it's going to spread.
Yeah.
So, and the problem is right now is that there's a lot of asymptomatic folks, and so people don't even know they have it, and they're spreading it unknowingly. So we just have to keep our masks on and social distance where we can.
Yeah, and of course it's easier if you can see an endpoint to it. Unfortunately, we don't. We do have one FDA-approved treatment now, but still, even once a vaccine is approved, it's going to take a while for that to circulate. So.
Right, and they're going to start with the more vulnerable populations, and so it'll be a long time before everyone in the community gets it. So we just have to be careful.
Okay. Well, let's change gears for a sec. How is the whole? We like to call it stimulus maximus, but the cash cards, the whole stimulus plan. How's that rolling along?
It's going great. Our deadline was a week or so ago. We had over 2,000 individuals in the community participate in the cash card cart, and nearly 90 businesses that signed up. So we're processing those now, and we should have the cards distributed by mid-November, just in time for holidays and year-end shopping. So we're right on track, and we're really excited with the participation.
Good. Well, anything else, again, heading into the weekend here?
No, just thank you, everybody, for doing your part, and we'll get through this. But it's a long slog, and I know all of us are getting tired, but we're keeping our community safe, and we're doing it. So thank you.
All right. Well, please pass along our thanks to everybody on the team that does all this hard work. Some of that goes to you, of course. And we hope you have a great weekend.
Yeah, thank you, guys. All right, be well, everyone.
Thanks to City Manager Helen Howarth for joining us to close out the week here on the 23rd of October, Friday, and again, hopefully a good weekend on the horizon. The main takeaway lesson, as we mentioned a couple of times, and as they're learning at the state level, is gatherings. That's really what does it to us. As tempting as it is, as wearying as this process of having to stay apart has gotten over the many months now. Really, if we want to keep our numbers good, we've got to continue to find a way to socialize and interact virtually or in some safe manner, not like, again, a couple of events that took place in the last few weeks. So we don't do it to ourselves. After such a successful summer managing the virus with fishing and processing and visitors and so on. It's COVID-19.cityofcordova.net. If you'd like more information on the city's website, 424-INFO is the phone line to interact with city officials, 424-WELL, provided by the Village of Eac. Testing times, the same as they've been for the last little while. If you want to refresh on those, again, COVID-19.cityofcordova.net has got them out there. I did speak briefly to Dr. Sanders before we started here, and she said basically the same thing. Good job, everybody. Press on. Keep doing the same thing. So we hope everybody has a good, safe, and smart weekend, and we'll get back to regular programming on the Clam and the Eagle.